I'd say one of the biggest accomplishments that we've achieved this year was being named by the Business Courier as one of the fastest growing companies in the region. That was really exciting for our team, and we're a Cincinnati-based company, so we're really proud of that.
Yeah, this year my biggest accomplishment, biggest feat I've achieved is obtaining my private pilot's license. So that was a lifelong goal and got that done this year.
My biggest accomplishment this year, personally, I think it's getting my son potty trained. I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, so getting a 3-year-old potty trained. And then from a business aspect, I think, growing our business, we've become the 3rd largest construction manager in the city of Cincinnati, and that's obviously important to my business and what I do. It's a lot of hard work from a lot of people.
My biggest feat this year is adding teacher to my resume. So we are homeschooling our daughter, just starting this year, and she's learned to read, so I figure I can't be that bad at it. So kudos to all the teachers and the parents who are really taking on, helping children with their education. I've learned a lot.
My biggest accomplishment so far this year probably has been raising my 2 girls under 2. I had my second daughter at the end of December, and my oldest turns 2 this Saturday. So raising both of them and integrating my work and my life this past year has probably been my biggest accomplishment.
That's an easy one for me. My biggest accomplishment so far this year is becoming a parent. My daughter Stella was born in January. It's our first, and it's been definitely a new, exciting thing for us.
One thing I want to do before I'm 40, I've given a lot of thought, and I think on a personal level, I really just want to get my pilot's license. I've always wanted to fly.
The thing I'm determined to do before I turn 40 is to finish our quest to visit all 30 Major League Baseball stadiums. My wife and I have been to 27 of the 30. We have 3 left to go. Kids have kind of gotten in the way, but hopefully when we're finished, we're going to start again with our kids.
The one thing I'm determined to do before I turn 40 is probably run a 5K under 20 minutes.
That's a tough one because it's in like 2.5 months. So maybe help my wife bring our daughter into the world. She's due like next week. So, that's going to be a big one for me before I'm 40.
Before I turn 40, I plan on visiting 40 countries. So 40 countries in 40 years, and I'm very, very close.
One thing that I am determined to do before I turn 40 is to complete my doctorate. I am working on my dissertation at Northern Kentucky University currently. I have finished all my classes, so I have to finish that dissertation in the next year.
Probably the answer would be make a better me. And I know that sounds like a cop-out because growth doesn't stop at 40. But I do. I want to be better. I want to be a better husband, a better father, a better employer. I want to be open to new experiences. I want to do a better job of standing up for what's right and opposing what's wrong. I just want to be better.
One thing that I'm determined to do before I'm 40 years old is have my fiance 2 days in a row say, "Robert, you have been very thoughtful and caring, and I love you."
I think the best advice that I've received was from my father. He told me at a very young age, no matter what you do, just always strive to be the best at it and always make it your own. And I think that that's something that I want to pass on to my children as well.
The best advice I've received would be to dream big. You'd be amazed at what you can accomplish when you step outside your comfort zone.
Be true to yourself, be honest, be loyal, do hard work, and good things will happen.
So the best advice, hands down, that I've ever received is from my father, and he told me to listen. So sometimes I think when we're engaged in conversations, whether it's for personal reasons or for work-related reasons, we tend to talk a little too much. I think you can learn a lot by just listening to what someone has to say.
I think the best advice that I ever received was from one of my mentors back at Exact Target, and it was about the fact that you can't do anything unless you actually act on it. So a lot of times we spend a lot of time just focusing on doing planning and what are we going to do, and you actually just have to launch something. So I think that in one sentence it was just ship it.
The best advice I've ever received is collect good stories. While I was in school, I was given the advice to always choose the harder right over the easier wrong. And I think it's been a nice moral compass in decisions and things when problems come to you.
To do what you can, do it with others, and do it with passion.
Never let success go to your head, and never let failure get to your heart.
Take the job, marry the girl. And I did both, and I still have the job and I still have the girl. So.
I would like the headline of my life to read, Deb Livingston, face challenges with a smile and good humor.
Probably determined, caring, thoughtful, the story of the person who never gave up.
Maybe just area man leaves world better than he found it.
I would like the headline of my life to read, he stuck to his guns until the work was done.
For the story of the headline of my life, I haven't thought about it too much, but I remember the way Ted Kennedy eulogized his brother Bobby. He said he was a good and decent person who saw wrong and tried to right it, and I think that's how I'd like to be remembered.
I'd like my headline to be, success through authenticity, integrity, and a relentless work ethic to help others.
The headline to the story of my life would be Weenie Weedy Weeky, which is the correct Latin pronunciation. Some people say Veni Vidi Vici, but I came, I saw, I conquered.
The headline I would love to see is, Professor Benoit wins Nobel Prize and Dad of the Year award. That's probably not going to happen.
I'd like the headline of my life to read, A Good Man Did Good Things.
The theme song that I've been in love with is Alicia Keys' This Girl Is on Fire. It's full of energy, and I've had a lot of blessings, and I kind of had that fire in my belly that keeps succeeding, and I think it fits me so well.
If I had to pick a theme song, it would probably be Lady Gaga, On the Edge of Glory, because I think we are all right there, always on the edge of glory, just waiting to move to that next step.
I think if I had to choose a theme song, I think I'd pick Imagine, because every day I try to work to imagine a better world.
If I had to choose a theme song, my go-to would probably be AC/DC Thunderstruck. Just something I used to love to drive around, listen to in my car, would kind of pump me up before I would go do something.
Shania Twain, Looks Like We Made It, or maybe a nice rap song, something from the 90s when it was good, Bring 'Em Out, or maybe something from the 90s from Pearl Jam or something. Yeah, I could sing, but you're filming me, so I'll keep that to myself so I don't have retribution on that. Blackmail.